Okay, so just before we get started, what we're going to go through today, and Paul's going to take us through, is obviously how to set up our prospect list, okay? How to embed the uniform message that we're using now, because we're limited with the amount of words that we can have on that message, and then how to best engage with the virtual assistant and get them prospecting for you. So
it is not virtual.
Paul, I'm gonna hand over to you if you can go through that. Take Tony through those areas, please.
Okay. So yeah, Tony, if you could log into your account.
Here we go.
So whilst you're doing that, there's basically two ways that you do this. One is you either engage with them on live chat, and which is the best way of doing it, and ask them to set up your parameters, which when you're in, I'll show you what I mean by that. Or you can do it yourself. But for the purpose of this recording, probably do it yourself for now, just so as people know how to do that.
Paul, have you got more of an updated what the prospect list from Justin looks like, or Ray, what's best to use? If you can go through that as well, that'd be great.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, just the headings, what seems to be working, because I know some people have struggled getting leads, and maybe their headings haven't been quite.
I mean, what interests and skills, John?
Yeah, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer is no. I did ask for it, and Ray has just messaged me actually saying he's going to try and find a spot to talk to me later on this afternoon, but he didn't send it over the weekend because it was his birthday. So I'm hoping to get that detail today, and then we can use some of his messages and some of his tracking details. But his is quite simplistic. So he tries to capture as much as you possibly can, but it's the messages that I'm more interested in that work for him, because he's getting signups left, right, and center. So whatever it is he's using obviously works, but he follows up on pretty much everything. Okay. So that's the key strategy here, is follow up with them once they're connected.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can't help anybody with the follow up. That's down to these guys, obviously. But okay. So when you get that message in, and that, at least we know, and what he uses as his list, at least we know how to do it in the back office, which is what videos for. Yeah. Yeah.
He's promoting obviously NowSite mainly using his main account, but then he's got multiple accounts where he promotes other businesses that he's running.
And that could be, of course, that could be a strategy as well. You know, if the lead thing is working more because people want to see it, with the beauty of having the website with all the other products on, you know, if they have a nose around and you engage with them, then you can tie them into the other projects, and that could be, you know, part of the strategy that may work for people.
Yeah, but that's exactly why that website was created, so it captures all. You've got a central repository of all the information.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm talking to somebody at the moment in I think it's in Cape Town in South Africa, but he spotted the link on WeWe. He spotted the website that I had showcased on LinkedIn, and he's now come to me asking about WeWe.
Great.
So which is just through a post. That wasn't necessarily through NowSite, although he is on NowSite, so the connection request was done that way. But then he just spotted a post that I put up. So posting always do as well. That works.
Okay, well, go on. I'll crack on with let's see how we set up our list then first.
Okay, well, I think Tony's already done it by the looks of it. So if you scroll down, Tony, a little bit where it says my prospects to the right.
But can you still take us through that though, and how you then edit it and change it, etc.?
Okay, so just scroll down a little bit further, Tony.
Yeah.
That's it. So if you click on edit search criteria. Okay, so they've now added, as you can see there, the targeting tips. So as it says, avoid abbreviations, English search terms are recommended. Ensure you only use prospect data in compliance with local laws and regs. Now they have to put on there. So in order to change anything on here, you can change. So you're targeting Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. That's you're targeting just purely those areas. But if you wanted to change that, you can either delete Sydney and New South Wales, and it broadens it for the whole of Australia. But if you
all right, okay.
Yeah. So if you wanted further reach, so just delete the city and the province, And then you might want to add in, if you're looking purely for English speaking countries, what you would do here is click at the end of Australia, comma, one space only, and then put another country in. Yep, and this is the best way to do this. So when it comes up with that drop down, always click on that. And now another comma, your next country. And this is unlimited. You can capture everything, or you can geo-target in the way that we are here now.
Now, should I put in United Kingdom or England? Which works?
United Kingdom. I think both are in there actually. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think try England. I think England's in there as well. So you'll need a comma there and a space. It's essential you only put one comma and one space.
Yeah. It's funny now. England can come up in the drop down.
Oh, okay. So delete it. It's obviously just recognizing it under United Kingdom.
All right.
So you could then put Netherlands if you want, because it's quite strong English speaking country there. You could put other countries in Europe that you might want to put in. You could put United States.
How do we get to the end of that again? Oh, sorry. Okay. USA.
Yep. So United States, that will be under, I think. Yep. There you go. So in the drop down there. You might want to target UAE as well. Okay, it's not coming up as UAE. So United Arab Emirates, maybe it comes. Oh,
there we are. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, and then when you've completed the countries that you want to do, you literally you save here, but you might want to also change your where it says interest and skills. That's where you need to comma separate as well.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay.
You got one too many spaces in that last one, Tony. In the country selection, it won't capture it if there's too many spaces.
Let me see which one I have made a mistake on.
Right at the end, I think it was the last one. Oh, okay. Sorry, no, I don't know what I was looking at, but okay, that's fine.
All right. It didn't take United Arab Emirates. Will it try it again?
It didn't take it in. No. Okay, try that again.
It's just fully. It's not pulling up now in the drop down.
Not sure why. You sure it's not in there? No, it's definitely not in there.
Okay. What's over here? Oh.
Yeah, it already was there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry then.
So just click on the drop down. Always click on the drop down as opposed to type it. That's it. Okay, so that will now be in there.
That's fine.
So in the interest and skills, that's where you now want to do the main targeting. So you've done the country targeting. On interest and skills, you want to make that apply for whatever it is you're trying to contact, your reach.
Okay.
So the first one there, where you've got MLM network marketing,
yes,
they're probably two separate terms.
Okay, right.
It's always better also to go with network marketer or
right? Okay.
marketer as opposed to marketing. It's too broad.
And
you want to.
Does that come up, Paul, when you start typing and give you that? Oh, yeah, as well. So you go for one of those terms that come up.
No, network marketing comes up, but not marketer.
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's good. Good note. So I should go multi-level marketer, or
you could have both. You can have multi-level marketing and you can have marketer.
Okay.
You've got that twice, Tony.
Okay, so I go clean or for marketer.
Yeah, the problem you've got is you put a space there. It's not finding it because you've got a space. Marketer, you've got an I in there as well. That's it.
Is that it?
Comma. Yeah.
Comma.
Space. That's it.
What else have we got over here? Professional. Maybe I should take that out.
I don't know. Scroll to the end because it looks like you've probably duplicated some of this. Yeah, you have.
Distributor. Okay, put in multi-level marketing distributor.
Yeah, because different countries use different terminologies, don't they?
Yeah.
There's not too many MLMs.
Possibly, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily have, because it will pick up MLM in any case.
Okay, so get rid of professional, for example.
Yeah. Or I don't think MLM's actually in there. I think it's all under multi-level marketing or multi-level
All right,
marketer.
So get rid of these ones.
Just try typing multi-level marketing, or have you done that bit? So
That's already in there.
that's already in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
MLM distributor, or take it out.
Yep.
It's okay, right? Oh,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And then once you're satisfied with your targeting, and you could of course edit this at any point in time,
yes.
you might want cryptocurrency investor as opposed to investing.
So, Paul, with those people that aren't getting, and I'm thinking specifically with Nico, for example, that aren't getting enough leads coming through, or whatever, or not enough searches, we need to update the interest and skills list. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, maybe you've got to really think about who you want to target, and less is more in a sense. So with Ray and what he has on his, he's literally limited it to probably about 4 or 5 terms only, and he captures much better leads as a result of that. He doesn't ever do the advanced targeting section you're in now because he doesn't want to limit it, but that's his personal preference. So
Sorry,
some
Paul,
people might want to go to job titles.
But in the interest in skills, you're saying that Ray only selects 4 different criteria.
For what he's doing personally, yeah, 4 or 5 different criteria is what he personally selects. But
Wow.
It's extensive. You can go for lots more, because the issue is if you have too many in there, you've got to really think about who you want to target. So as you're getting those potentials come back to you.
You're probably better then, aren't you? You're probably better off starting with 4 or 5. If it's not working, you just keep adding and tweaking it until you find what's working for you.
Yeah, and I'll find out what those terms are later when I have the call with Ray, which hopefully will take place today.
Okay.
Then I'll find out the terms that he's using, and I'll find out the messages that he's that he's sending.
Yeah.
Or they're being sent via the VA, and also the target countries, which for him is mainly English-speaking countries.
Now, job title was something that Justin went through with us briefly. Do you use that?
I personally don't, but I know some people who do, because they want to target, let's say, CEOs as an example. But it depends on what it is they're promoting, what reach they're trying to get. So in some cases, like Phil, as an example, he wants to only target sales directors, sales managers, and CEOs to resell his services to them. And he's creating lists and then using those lists to target.
Okay. So I should leave it empty then at the moment, should I?
I personally, for the sake of what we're doing and what we're trying to promote, I would leave that empty, yeah. Because
Fine,
you don't really want, this is more specific advanced targeting, more business to business.
I get that.
What we're doing. So how you save that now is scroll down and save the search.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually, because what we're doing, obviously, it appeals to a very, very wide audience. Whereas if you was running, I don't know, a company where you specifically need a sales director for a type of business, that would be ideal in there.
Yeah, and that works really well for people that absolutely do want very targeted, direct, only that type of person.
So Nico, I'll take out the job titles in yours. Okay.
And now, Tony, before you do anything more, just click Get Prospect and Launch Sales Flow.
All right.
Because that will, it's always wise to do that, because it double saves what you've just done.
Fine.
And then what we'll do is we'll go back to your main screen, where on the right-hand side, so you can view that contacts now if you want to. And this will then show the search criteria that you've just put in for that particular contact. Yeah, so there you have all the details. But in order to check the search criteria that you've just hopefully saved, go back to the home screen.
Back to the home, all right.
Yeah, so click on the home, yeah. And then there is another way of getting there. This is quicker. Now scroll down to your prospects and see if that's all saved in.
Yes, it is.
There you go. So that's the way to save it. So I would always double save and always launch it, because then it tags it effectively.
Good stuff.
So just whilst you're on that page, you've got a prospect tracking alert there on the left-hand side.
Where
Constantine,
are you seeing that?
on the left-hand side, prospect tracking alert, October the 10th at 8:07.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So that person, that's a tracking alert because they've clicked on something that you have sent to them or it's been sent on your behalf.
Okay.
So
That's
those
good.
are the ones that become slightly hotter leads because they've clicked on something, they've opened something, they've engaged to a degree.
I've
So
just
those are
put the
the ones
details
that-
down of that and just messaged him for you.
Sorry, John.
I said I've just put the details down on that and just messaged him for you.
Very good.
So
You're so good, man.
if you want to click on him now, click on that one because
Yeah.
you now want to follow up ideally. But we're just, for the purpose of this, we're just going to go and launch sales flow.
How do you know? Sorry. How can you know if this chap is connected or is not connected to your LinkedIn, for example?
You'd have to go to LinkedIn to check.
I see. So here it doesn't tell you. Okay.
No, it does, because there's an open API in LinkedIn. Well, actually, it's not an open API. There's an API in LinkedIn that allows for this to happen and gives you the tracking, but it doesn't allow, because LinkedIn don't allow it. It doesn't report back to NowSite to show you whether you're connected or not.
Okay.
The only way you would know is to go to LinkedIn.
Paul, with the virtual assistant, normally follow up these people, or is that my job?
For now, it's only one message. That's your job. However, that is due to change when more services are going to be offered over the coming weeks. And that's
Fine, okay.
that's based on what I put in the NowSite group the other day.
All right, man.
So I went and spent some time with the guys on Friday at a hotel where they had an event. And
Yes.
I was with them for about 3 hours, I guess. But then I came back and typed up what I'd written down, which was the updates that Justin sat there and told us are coming. But there's no fixed time frame on it. He's hoping to try and get most of it done this month, but some of it will fall into November, inevitably December as well. But the key ones, he's trying to listen to us a lot, and he's trying to work on those first. So yeah, it's all coming.
Yeah, just on that, this guy here is in Romania. However, I haven't targeted that location. I'm not complaining. I'm just wondering how come he was found.
Well, maybe because previously you had I don't know, actually, you must have had a wider search at some point in time for that to have been found.
I've never had a wider search.
Maybe it's come up on Future of Digital Network Marketing. I don't
Or
know.
he lives in both in 2 countries, could be.
Yeah, it could be. Absolutely.
Okay.
It could be that he's, absolutely, Nico. It could be that he's in, associated with Romania, but he's currently residing somewhere else. Who knows? It's
Fair enough.
it could be there. But so on here now, if you clicked on LinkedIn and you wanted to send him,
I speak Romanian anyway, Tony, if you get stuck.
So did we set up your message library the other day?
We did.
Okay, so if you click on your message library, and this is where you would change that message and select whatever message you want.
So
if you go to my messages, those ones you're looking at there are the generic ones that are there for your use. And my messages, these are the ones that we put in. So you could now select an alternative message based on the fact that he's clicked on something. And how you know that is once you clicked on his name, you'll see the 3 fire icons, which means it's a hot lead because he's engaged, he's clicked on something, and that's just behind that screen there to the right.
Should I just get rid of this?
He's clicked on something, so it's time to follow up. So here you would either write a message or you could use one of the predetermined messages.
So should I follow message 2, for example?
Well, you don't know if the guy's interested in. Yes, you could do. If you're targeting wee, then yes, I would. So you're politely saying there, thank you for connecting. That you've been in network marketing for 20 odd years. You'd like to share some details. You have the permission. So yes, I would absolutely send that message there.
So how do I send this message?
Just click on it, click, and then select. That's it. Highlight it and then select, and it will replace in that box what's there currently with this message.
And when you say select, where do I select it?
Bottom right hand corner.
Oh, this little thing here.
No.
Sorry.
All right.
Yes.
How easy is it to load up your messages, Paul?
How easy is it?
Yeah, I've got them. I've got them within the website.
We're going to do that in a minute, I think, Tony, because
Okay, mate.
I've just noticed Tony hasn't got the main message on there because we did the old messages before we had to change it. So
No problem.
We'll put the main one on in a sec. So if you just scroll down, Tony, in where you are, in where it says we message to, just to make sure your link is in there. Sorry, not your link. That's in message 3. Your details rather, and they are, so that's fine. So that's a very short message. You can apply that to a favorite if you want to, but there's no need because you've got it in your message library. We've done that part already. So now click send. And what happens next is this is the API part of it. Have you got LinkedIn open?
Sorry, I haven't.
No, you have to have LinkedIn open. And then so if you open LinkedIn first, then when you go back to NowSite and click LinkedIn, it is intelligent enough to then go find his details. So it will automatically go to his LinkedIn account. That part, that's where the API comes in.
Now to go back here.
Yeah.
Yep. Now click go to LinkedIn, and that should go to this person's LinkedIn profile. And this does two things by clicking on that button. It takes you to him, and it has already copied that message. All you have to do now is message him. So click on message. He hasn't connected though, because he's a second. But you can just adapt that message.
So
he's a second connection. Can you see that? Not a first connection, meaning he hasn't yet connected with you.
Oh, sorry, I see that now. Okay. So what do you suggest I do, Paul?
Copy the message in anyway, and we'll just adapt it.
Now in
paste.
here.
Yeah, just paste because he's already copied it for you. There you go.
Yeah.
So you could change that to say, "Hi, Konstantin. I see you've clicked on my link, and then I would like to connect." Something like that.
Okay.
Having said that, you've only got 300 characters without a connection request. Once connected, you've got 3,000. So for now, you're going to need to shorten this to 300 characters.
So would you not put in the normal one?
No, you've already said the normal one. So he's already engaged. So I would just say, I see that you've connected. I see that you've clicked on the link that I shared. Let's connect, and just keep it really short and simple. And then you could send the wee one once connected.
I see you've connected.
No, he hasn't connected with you yet.
I see you've clicked on the link and sent. What is the rest of it, Paul? Sorry.
I would just say let's connect.
Let's connect.
And just keep it short and sweet on these ones. And then once connected, you can then send this message again. The key thing with this is it's not going to run everything for you. You do actually have to do a bit of work on it until we have the approval for the VAs to do multiple messages for us, which is what we were hoping would be the case, but it's currently not the case. So for now, we have to do a little bit of work ourselves, but that in time is likely to change. It'll become a lot more hands off.
No worries. That's good.
Okay, so that's you done there. Now, in terms of saving a new message, John, could you just send over to Tony the latest message?
Yeah, that was in the group, wasn't it? Okay.
Yes.
Let me find it. Because we had to rewrite it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole reason for the rewriting it again was just because of the 300 limit.
Okay.
Characters.
Okay.
So I stay here to go back to NowSite?
No, you can go back to NowSite now. And then John hopefully has sent you. So now you can say yes, you sent that successfully. Okay, and this allows you then to do a follow-up, and that follow-up then goes into your homepage. So you might want to click to follow up in a week's time, as an example, or maybe towards the end of this week. So we're on the 11th today. Maybe you want to remind yourself to call him on the 14th or make contact on the 14th. Okay. And then on the 14th, that will come up on your home screen, advising that you've done that.
So I'll just click book here?
Or you can even put a note in there. So put a little note in there for yourself to say, requested to connect. And then you'll know why you're calling him. So I would always put a little note in there, because otherwise you're never going to remember.
And where to save? This one here?
Yep.
What's this here?
Someone wants a new pair of jeans.
Was that what you just sent me?
I don't know what that is. I've just sent you a message on WhatsApp, ready for Paul to go through how we upload this message.
All right, man.
So if you want to copy that, Tony, and then Paul, if you want to jump in.
Yep. So
Is that the one that starts would be great to connect? Like me, I'm sure securing your finances is a priority
Yes,
right now.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it, Tony.
We might need to tweak that, because I've not really had too many responses from it. I've had some, but not too many. So this is why I'm asking Ray what he is sending. I've asked him to look at it, and he has, but he hasn't come back to me just yet. But hopefully we'll do that call later.
Okay, just email that to myself.
You're emailing it?
You want a copy from the email, which I don't have.
WhatsApp on this computer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You have to try and remove as many spaces as you can.
Okay, so now go to NowSite, and then go back to sales flow. So yep, homepage, and just grab a new prospect here, and we'll try a new prospect. So get prospects, and automatically finds one and launches sales flow at the same time.
Do you contact or launch
Just
it?
launch sales flow, yeah.
All right.
And then next. And then let's say you're going to send it via LinkedIn again. So in this section here, literally delete that. No, sorry, don't delete that. Put new message, type new message, sorry, click on new message rather. Yeah, and now paste it. And then you're just going to need to make some changes to this. You don't want it sending that, because that's my notes to you to say replace, and looks like I missed the I. Enter.
So I delete this part?
Yep. Delete all of that, because we want you to put your link in there, not mine or So the link you want to use here is your website.
Which is
now go to attachment.
Attachment.
And then we're going to save this in. What happens is once you've attached this, your it will always be there. It will always save it. So if you click on my website. Yeah. Oh, you want to say that? Okay, that's fine.
Is that the one?
You can send it. It's entirely up to you. You can send whatever one you want to. I would personally go for the generic one, unless you want just to promote WeWe, which is fine.
Which is the generic one?
It's just the cryptocurrency club. I don't think you've saved it. So you
just do that. That'd be good to show people how to do that, Paul.
Yeah. So go to your website, and we're just going to grab the home page.
Just open up another browser.
Open a new tab.
Sorry, guys.
Open up another browser.
Yeah.
And then just type in cryptocurrency, and it'll come up. That's it.
That's it.
So copy this site.
Yeah.
It's better with the HTTP, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do enter. Okay, now copy.
Okay, so put the link where it says paste link here. And now give it a title so as you know what it is. Don't save it just yet. Just put
main site or homepage.
Cryptocurrency Club homepage. Okay, and then save that. And then once it's saved in, now highlight it by clicking in the box and then add.
Okay.
And that's now adding it to your message. You just want a space between where it says ends lead gen tool to grow to do a return.
Oh, sorry, right here.
Yep, just return after grow to create another paragraph effectively. That's it. And then just scroll down and make sure it has your name in, because I don't think it has that yet.
No.
So
I put it in here.
Yep, you could either put best Tony or best regards, whatever, there, or you can put it after the link, whatever way you want to display it. Maybe there.
Is that going to be too many? Should we best regards?
I think so.
Just regards. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay.
I think actually put just regards, Tony. I think
just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we did get it down, but just in case.
And
not going to send just yet. You're going to save now. Don't send. Save. Okay, and then you're going to call it. You need to name the message.
And this is important for the VA when you're going to tell them what message to send out, isn't it, Paul?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So Sales Pro, they like Sales Pro.
Sorry, say again.
They like Sales Pro as the title to this message. That's what my VA asked me.
Okay, but this is just a generic. So you can call it whatever it is you want to call it, so as you know what it is. But effectively, this is your generic intro message, if you like. So maybe just call it that.
So generic.
I personally would just call it generic intro message. I think that's what I've named mine. I can't remember now, but something that you would recognize that it's just your first main generic connection message.
Okay.
And then in the objective drop down, that will be a connection request effectively.
Nice.
Yeah. And now save. And just to double check it, go back to your message library and then click on My Messages. And there it is.
You can make it favorite.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that's how you get the message in there, and that's how you save it, and that's how you apply the link via the attachment section. So hopefully that's clear for everyone. And if you wanted then to select that message, although it's already in there, you would highlight it, click select, and send it.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So that's saved there, Paul.
Yeah,
that's good.
Absolutely. So the next stage really is then engaging with your VA. So you want to make the VA aware of which message to send. So you tell him or her, please go to the My Messages section within my back office. Please click and send the generic intro message only. And that's what we're going to do.
And the best way to do that is just on direct contact with them down here, for example.
No, do you have your VA set up already?
I think I have.
Okay, I think you must have, based on what I'm seeing on the actual pipeline that you've got there. So the way to engage with the VA is on the left-hand side of the screen, the icon just under the homepage, which looks like a headset, effectively.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, that's the direct message between you and your VA. The one at the right-hand corner at the bottom of the screen is the live chat that's just more generic.
Okay.
So, Paul, if you haven't engaged with your VA at this precise moment in time, we think Tony has, where do they go? The headset first?
The headset to check if you have engaged, and if you haven't, then you need to go to the live chat section to say, I'm ready to set up with my VA. Could somebody please help?
Great. Okay, so that's nice and clear.
So if I click here, it'll show the history of that communication, will it, or does it?
Yes, click on the. Sorry, do you mean with the VA?
Yes.
Yeah, click on the Sales Pro icon. And if there's nothing there, and there you go, there is. So looks like a guy, looks like a man, has made contact with you to tell you what he's been doing.
That's right. That was, I think that was yesterday. Yeah, it was. Okay.
So they're already working with you and engaging. I mean, they're messaging you clearly here. You can see pretty much every day.
So it's the same guy that will be my VA. It's
same
this
person.
guy, 80. Okay.
Unless they have a swap around and that guy leaves the company, then you'll get another one applied to you.
Sound.
That's in essence what you do. But you now want to tell him that you want to use a different message.
Okay, so I can see it right down here.
Yeah. So you want to put in there, something like, "Hi, Addy. Please, can we change my message that you are sending?" I mean, make it as clear as you can. So please, can we update the message I'm sending? Please go to my messages in my back office and select the one that is named generic intro message. And as long as you make it really clear for these people, then you hopefully will get them coming back to you to confirm, and then you can see the message that they're sending within LinkedIn, so you can check they're actually sending the correct message.
Okay.
Sorry, Paul, can you just tell me again where my messages is saved, where my content is?
So you go to the home screen.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Launch Sales Pro or Sales Flow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so launch stuff. Okay, yeah.
And in there, you'll see the messages, and then you click on new message, you copy and then paste that message. You apply your attachment, so you delete the last line and supply your own, and then you save it and you name it something, and then that's it. It will stay there forever.
Yep, got it. I've got
the reason we put the
it.
attachment in and link it is you only ever need to do that once. As long as you put the attachment in and save it, it's forms part of the message.
I've saved the email, but I couldn't find where I put it. But I haven't gone back into Salesforce. So that's fine.
Okay.
Cheers.
And I press send.
Yep, and then let's have a read of what you've put. No, click send, and we'll be able to see it on the screen.
Okay, well, I just want to see, is this go to my message library and select the generic intro message.
Yeah, and I would just say, please, and then thank you. If there's any confusion, let me know.
Okay.
Essentially, what I'm saying here is make it, idiot proof. So always speak in layman's terms to these guys, because although they are mostly English speaking people, they reside in largely in foreign countries, either east or west, and so it's always best just to make it really clear as to what you're trying to achieve.
All right.
Just so there's no confusion. So to me, that's pretty clear. Please can we change the message we are sending? Please go to my message library and select generic info message. Yep, that's fine.
Message.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I might even, Tony, after that one, say, could you please confirm that you have understood my note above and that you will be sending the new message on my behalf, something like that.
Okay. I'll just do that now.
Yeah, it's just worth following up, just to double check. I mean, this is what I do with Aza, who is my sales assistant, and she gets in and does it because I keep it very, very clear.
Could you please confirm when this is done?
Well, I would put, could you please confirm that you have understood my message above? Or my note above, actually put a note just in case. Just so there's no confusion over you've used the word message above. So,
okay.
A note above. Yep.
All right then.
So you're just seeking confirmation that he understood the first request. And that's it. Now, if you don't have a VA, this bit's really important. If your VA hasn't been set up, actually, I don't know why we call them VAs. They're sales assistants. They really should be SAs. The VA bit comes from Ray. I don't know why he calls them VAs, because they are real people. They're not really virtual, and they are sales assistants. So, but anyway, nonetheless, if you didn't have this part set up, you would need to click on the icon in the right-hand part of the screen at the bottom. So if you just click on that for us, Tony, just to see what's there. Yeah. And when you first join Sales Pro, you will see that you're getting messages from these people. And in one of these messages is a link that you would then click, and it opens up a live Zoom for you to then engage with them to firstly set up your parameters at the front end, you know, the targeting parameters, which we did for you, and then they tell you what happens next. So you also get this on an email. So you would have had an email saying, click here and we'll help you set up your targeting parameters. And then they will ask you to complete a form with some basic questions. You complete that form, and then it takes you through to being ready to engage with your VA. And they will then initiate the VA. Sorry, I'm saying VA now. They'll initiate the salesperson for you, and that's when you start engaging with them.
Paul, I noticed here they've sent me a message 20 hours ago. I didn't see that till now. Should I click here?
Okay. Yep, you can click on that, and that'll open it, or you can see all the conversations. But if you want to see just that one conversation, then that will bring that up. Okay, so she's just asking for you to take the short survey.
Okay.
If you go back by clicking where it says number 2 above, you see next to her the icon of her.
Yeah.
Yep, click there, and then there'll be one saying see all your conversations. If you click on that,
See, oh yes, sure.
and here's where they've been messaging you, and in one of these messages, which I know you've already done, you would have clicked on that link to open up that Zoom for your initial setup, and then they would have requested your form to be filled out, which you would have done.
That's correct.
Without that form, you won't have a VA or an SA. So you've done all of these things already, but for those that haven't, you literally reach out here. And if you're not quite sure and you don't know where to go, you just type up a message to say, can you please help? I'm brand new. I would like to get going. And could you help me set up my NowSite Sales Pro? And someone will come back to you.
Now, Paul, the fact that I've got 60 odd connections here, I need to go into each one individually and now start a conversation. That
part's already been done for you.
Okay.
Because she's done it. So if you click on Tony, the first one at the top there, so that wouldn't appear there unless somebody had done something, and she would have done that for you. So if you just get rid of, so as we can see the full screen, if you go to the right hand corner and click that, yeah, that's it, that blue one, and that would get that out of the way. Yep, that's it.
All right.
Now in here, if you scroll up slightly, you'll be able to click on the interaction history tab at the top.
Oh, sorry, here. Okay.
Okay, and this is where you see what has and hasn't happened. So it's showing you that your prospect search was there. It's not actually showing anything that's been sent. So I think you've probably clicked on this one yourself to launch SalesFlow, and you probably haven't sent a message to them. So if you go back and select another, you will see a message in here that the Sales Pro has sent for.
So I just go back to homepage again?
Yeah, or you can look at your list, but either way, yeah. So you can either go back to homepage or you can
my list. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here we go.
Or my, that's if you've created a list. If not, then you can click on my prospects, and all of them are in there. And then you can select one of the prospects. You need to click on the one that says prospect. Sorry, that's your targeting. So if you click on prospects just above.
Prospects to prospects, where am I looking? Oh, sorry.
That's it. And there they all are. So now you can view a contact. So if you go to somewhere where you haven't made the click yourself, it's been done for you.
Probably this one here, Peter.
Okay, so go to the right hand side and view contact. And again, go to interaction history. And you should see a copy. There you go. And you can now see a copy of what they had sent on your behalf.
Fantastic. That's really good.
Now it looks like here, somebody has actually sent that message, probably on your behalf. So there must be previous messages that were sent, because that's a follow-up message.
Okay.
So
and if I scroll up, will it show anything else? No.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. It looks like just that one message. Maybe that was sent by accident. I'm not sure, but yeah, they've obviously done a follow-up message. The way to check this is to click on go find him now in LinkedIn.
Yes.
And then you should be able to see what's been sent to him. So that's worth doing for this exercise. So if you go to see if you are actually connected.
So launch SalesFlow?
Yeah, if you can do it this way, just to double check, because it will take you direct to his feed.
Next.
is probably the better way to do it. So you're not actually going to send a message now, but you're just trying to locate him. So if you now click on LinkedIn, as if you're going to send a message. So just say send. It won't send anything because you're not going to paste it, but we're just going to try and get to his account. So go to LinkedIn. Excuse me. That should now open up his profile. And you should be able to then see copies of any messages that are sent to him. So click on the message button.
Yes, third.
Oh, doesn't exist.
Well, we were just on his page, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but I'd close that one down and go back to him again. And instead of clicking on message, go into your message center, which is do the search for Peter Lilly on the message to the right-hand side. Yep, to type his name in the message, the search box. Okay, that's odd because it's not showing that a message has been sent, but maybe that's because it's in email.
Okay, possibly so.
Yeah, a message is definitely gone, but you can see it on the screen on the other one. But okay, the message thing is locked here. He's obviously locked because he's not connected with you because he's a third connection. But if you click on message, he's blocking people that aren't connected direct for messaging. So click on it and you'll see what happens. That's why it came up saying that page. Yeah, so you would have to do this in Sales Navigator.
Yes.
As opposed to that wasn't necessarily a great example, but at least you know with doing this.
I know why.
You have to be a first connection. Yeah.
Can we do another example for people?
Yeah, sure.
You go back to NowSite and pick another one, and let's have a look.
Yeah, that's why you can't see the message because he's blocked it.
So just press no.
Yeah.
And where do I go again? So I've bloody Zoom bars in the way every time I move it. Here we go.
Okay, go back to the home screen again. And in here, you can see your prospects. You can just go choose one now.
Let's go to this guy. Launch sales flow.
Mm-hmm.
And
so what does Tony do now on this one?
Send.
Same as what you just did.
So send, click send, Tony, and then launch.
go to LinkedIn.
Yeah. And let's see if we can find him.
He's also third.
He's third.
Yeah, he's also third as well.
That message is not blocked. So that's good.
So try and have a look and see if a message has been sent. If it's not blocked, then that's okay. So you might want to search because that's opening up because you're not connected. This is one of the problems with LinkedIn. They've changed things on what visibility you get without them being a first connection. But you can maybe try and search his name to see if the message went. But if the message didn't go through the standard message, which looks like it didn't, then you won't necessarily see it in bid section because this is mainly your direct messages that you've sent within LinkedIn. But if it's been sent via what's called email, then you probably won't see that.
Okay.
So now what would he do with this particular lead person contact? You
can reach out because you're not connected yet. You can reach out again. But, essentially, if he hasn't connected, he's not connected because either he hasn't seen it or he's got no interest in connecting with you. So personally, I would just forget that one and move on to those that are connected.
So let's try another.
Third time lucky.
There's no way of you knowing whether they're connected or not unless there is some form of engagement.
Yeah, sure.
Then you just have to go through them. And that's not anything to do with NowSite, by the way. It's to do with LinkedIn does not allow that form of API to give that level of feedback, which is a little bit frustrating, but that's LinkedIn blocking that, not NowSite.
Okay.
Another third.
This guy is told also.
Right. Okay. So he's not connected either. So yeah, maybe go back to because those ones were sent just yesterday, weren't they?
Okay. Let's.
Although there was an email there that I just saw with his name on, so that you were able to see that one. So if you just quickly go back, Tony, to where you are on LinkedIn, I think it was the same person.
Yeah, this guy here.
Oh no, sorry, it wasn't him. It was Constantine I was looking at. Sorry.
All right, no worries.
And he also has a blocked message, which on third connect on third levels that tends to be a standard now that they've introduced.
All right, no problem.
However, if you click on my network, where
Right
you
here.
are, yeah, it looks like somebody is trying to connect with you. So if you click on my network at the top, next to the home button, yeah, that's it. Okay, so these are the people that are trying to connect with you. It'll be worth connecting with them.
Okay.
He may be trying to sell you something, but you just never know. It's worth having better connections, you know. So if you accept that, he becomes a first connection to you.
Oh, in fact, I know this guy, Matt O'Reilly. Okay.
That's just displaying to you that he's connected with Matt.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you're connected. You're seeing his message. So you might want to type something back to him to say happy to connect, or whatever it is he's trying to sell you something there probably. But be worth reading his message first just to make sure that what you're sending back is applicable. Might be great. Yeah, he's obviously a recruiter, isn't he? So
yeah.
I would just I wouldn't necessarily call him a hoe.
Oh, sorry.
But it might be it's always worth sending people messages on Higgs. You just never know where things are going to lead to. So it might just be worth putting, hi Joseph, thanks for the info, nice to connect. I don't know, whatever you want to say back to him, really.
I would say let's happy to talk to you about what he's saying. Perhaps we might have some synergy on some of the stuff that I'm doing, or something like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info. Happy to discuss.
I would send him your website. I mean, that's what I do on all of my messages that I send. I literally send the link to the Cryptocurrency Club website. So on here, you might want to say, hi, Joseph, thanks for the info and for the connection request. For your info, here is a copy of my website, or here is a link to my website, rather. And then just put your link in.
A link to my website. Okay.
Yeah, here's a link to my website that I thought might be of interest to you. I mean, you could even go as far to say happy to answer any questions you may have, something like that, because now you're connected with him. You're not limited to 300 characters. You're limited to 3,000.
Yeah, I'd go along the lines. I mean, perhaps I've got time now, but basically, I'd go along the lines of happy to discuss, your sector and see if there's any anything we can do for one another.
Yeah, that's always worth not
Absolutely.
discounting what he's sent to you, but as you rightly say, see if there's a synergy, because you just never know.
And if he's he's obviously networking, he's in business, he may want to diversify all that money he's making on solar energy.
Yep.
Would that work?
Yep. And then post your link.
And just say we'll meet you at the Blue Oyster Club.
All right.
That's a blast from the past, John.
Put me in.
And it was great meeting you there, though, Dean.
Regular Saturday night for us, son.
No, my link, guys. Go back to NowSite. No. Where the hell's my link?
Crypt up there, last tab, Tone.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cryptocurrency. This one here.
That's it.
One second, guys. Can we check something, John?
Yes, yeah, because would you want to check something on the?
Yeah, because I think the link, there is something that we didn't set up properly. I think in most, I checked also your account in mine.
Okay.
Before, wait 1 second before sending it. If you go back to your website, the cryptocurrency website, go back to the tab of your cryptocurrency club.
Up here.
Okay, now I'm sure that the links on the top where you click WeWe, Novatech, Ultron, and NowSite, they're all try. So let's try to click WeWe, for example. Okay, now go to the bottom and let's check that there is your number, your contact details that are correct. 90% they are.
Yeah.
It's correct, right? Okay, go back to the home page.
The home page on
Home here.
here.
Beside the about.
That's it, you're on it. You're on it. That's it.
Okay, now go down and try to click the WeWe link on the website in the home page. Okay, learn more. Click on learn more. Most probably now it will go to click. Let's see. Go down. Looks okay. That's okay. Okay, let's try another one from the home page. Because all mine were going back to the general site.
Yeah, I think we've
Let's try.
corrected all of that since though. For Tony's, when we did it the other day, I think we got all
I
the
think
people
so,
linked
okay.
in.
Okay,
You might
because
have
I
to
corrected
go back
mine.
over yours and mine then, Nico.
Okay, because I noticed that all the top on the menu, they were all correct. When I was clicking from the website, any of the link, it was going to, so I had to change all the links. So I think yours account, your John account, you have the same issue, hide the same issue. So I don't know, everybody should check. I think, so
Well,
this one is okay.
Dean's needs doing as well. I'm going to do him afterwards.
Okay. All right.
So you're okay, send.
So go back in and send that now. Yeah.
And once you send this, you'll see what happens here. Okay, there you go. So now comes up with the images.
Very good.
Of the website, which is just a nice little touch that we embedded in there with
Yes.
the revolving icons for each service that you're showcasing within the website.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
really good, that Paul. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's good. And if he clicks on that now that you've sent, actually, if you had sent this message from within, actually you did, didn't you? Now, as you've sent this message from within NowSite, if he clicks on that link, you will be notified.
So I'll just click on it myself. Well, let's just see what happens.
You can do, yeah, and it should automatically tell you in NowSite that it will show that he's clicked on it. But so yeah, click the link. Okay, now go back to NowSite. No, the actual NowSite, not within here.
Oh, sorry. Up top, this one.
No, that's cryptocurrency. No, NowSite.
Who's on it? That's it.
And then click on the home page, and you should be notified there that someone has just clicked on that link. What was his name?
His name was Joe, was it? Joseph.
No, I think this was. I don't think this was a link from it, Paul. I think this was one of the people that tried to message Tony because he was advertising his
Oh,
service.
sorry. Yes, it was. Sorry, my fault. Yes, of course it was, wasn't it? It wasn't. It's not linked to NowSite, so it
Okay.
Up. Yeah, he's not in your NowSite prospect list. Sorry,
I understand.
I forgot that.
I get that. Okay.
Otherwise, it would tell you.
But essentially, Paul, what's happening here is the first message is going out by the VA, and then you want to go into that message, see if they've messaged in LinkedIn, and see if you can follow it up. That's essentially.
And then you can send them whatever you want. Yeah, absolutely. But in time, and based on the discussion that I have with Ray and Justin on Friday, they're going to be, and as per my note in NowSite, the NowSite chat group, they are going to be expanding the services. So instead of doing 500 requests, 500 outreaches, if you like, for prospects, they're going to give you the ability to have 500 activities, which I personally think is a lot better because it's better targeting. So what does that actually mean? With 500 activities is essentially where you can say to your VA, I would like you to send all of these messages in sequence as part of the workflow group. And that's where you can have, 3-4 messages in each section, and you can rotate them each week. So one week you can say, I'd like you to do workflow 1, which could be WeWe, workflow 2, which could be Nova. So in that particular week, they will just work on those messages in WeWe, and they will then monitor the connection requests on your behalf, and then move to message number 2. So a lot of this
that would just reduce the number of people that actually reach out for you from maybe 500 down to 125 if you had 4 different messages you wanted to go out in any given month.
Yeah, exactly. But also it means they're doing all of that work for you, so you're not having to do all of what
you're getting more quality rather than quantity.
Exactly. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Quality.
Very good.
Yeah, better to have the quality. Of course, it's always better to have the quality because in this, it's all in the follow up. If you're not following up, then nothing's ever going to happen. And in LinkedIn, it definitely is all about the follow up. So the ones that I've brought on board is where I've sat there and followed up with them because they've connected. So I've had to flick back and forth between the screens to see who's connected. And then I've sent another message to them saying, thanks so much for connecting. Hope you don't mind, but this is what I do. Here's a copy of my website. And so I've got a couple of people from that looking, one looking at WeWe, and he literally just messaged me a moment ago. Let me just give you some evidence of this, because let me just play it. Hold on.
Hiya, Paul. How you doing? I'm busy trying to establish contact with a guy by the name of Jeff Wecker. They have a company called FX Forager, which basically is a bot that set and forget.
Okay, anyway, the point is, it's a minute and a half long. So that chap's name is Carl. He basically came as a result of a connection request a little while ago. He's been trying to sell me stuff, but I've been trying to engage him in WeWe, and he's looking at that quite closely. And he's also now looking at NowSite because he wants to use NowSite to promo and showcase some of his other businesses. He's a network marketer, of course. So there's 2 potential sales there from that one guy. So what I've started doing is leaving voice notes for him, and he's likewise leaving voice notes for me. And this has been going on for a few days now, but it'll get to a point where we're speaking later on this afternoon, and hopefully I'll be able to talk him through and engage him into WeWe and NowSite.
That's fantastic. It really is. Is he in South Africa?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
All right.
I think he's in Cape Town, but yeah. So that's literally as a result of this.
That's a fantastic point.
Engaging here. So it's all about the follow up. You have to engage with these people because nothing's going to happen unless a conversation takes place. So it literally is all in the follow up.
So I got 68 contacts here. It's up to me to follow up now.
Well, some of them you might not be able to follow up with because they haven't connected with you. So that's at the moment the laborious task is checking whether or not they have followed up. And there's 2 ways of doing that. Sorry, not followed up, connected. And you either go into LinkedIn, flick between the screens, go back and put their details in, or you go direct to launch sales flow. It's only 4 clicks anyway, and it takes you to that person's profile. And then you can see if they have or haven't connected. But 68 of them you've got there, that's going to take you an hour and a half. And you might just find that those that have connected, you can now engage with further to send your details out. And there is a bit of work in this, but once you're able to use the assistant to do a lot of this for you, that pain goes away. And then Dean was saying that the quality is going to be so much better because you're targeting. There's no point keep chasing people that haven't connected. forget them. Go to the ones that have connected.
That makes sense for sure.
And then sometimes in LinkedIn, people don't connect. You know, I've got people that are connecting with me now from a request I might have put in 2 years ago, because a lot of people aren't on it all the time, you know. And some people decide to get back onto the horse, and you know they're back in LinkedIn going, oh, I need to promote now. I need to do this. So they start looking at their messages, and then they connect. But some people will just ignore you. They won't connect because they don't want it, and there's nothing you can do about that. So literally just engage with those that are connected. So there is an alternative way of doing this as well. You can. As I put in the other day in the NowSite notes, there is a way which Justin is working on at the moment to get your LinkedIn, whoever your LinkedIn connections are, there's a way of now bringing them into NowSite. So you don't have to do this. So you can just create a new list. And what I did the other day also, I think I put that in the NowSite thing, is on the app on your phone, it takes about 10 seconds for you to upload all of your contacts on your phone, and it creates a brand new list in NowSite. Once that's in NowSite, you can send SMS messages to all of those people with a predetermined message. So now you're doing not just SMS, you're doing LinkedIn, you're doing Messenger, you're doing multiple things. And again, in time, this is something the sales assistant will be able to do potentially for you. I'm not sure about the SMS part though, because obviously that's coming from your phone, I think. But that's what I'm trying to find out from Ray today.
Okay.
On how that works. There's multiple ways of, there's multiple ways of reaching out to people. Not just in LinkedIn.
I think, Paul, that's obviously we've been on, just conscious we're over the hour now, so I think that's a lot for people to take in on one session.
Yeah.
But hopefully people can watch this back, make sure they're set up and engage with their VA, and let's get to work with it. And I think the more advanced stuff that you're starting to, or they're starting to bring on board, obviously we'd do that by a separate call. Has anybody got any very, very quick questions? I'm going to wrap this up. If not,
very, very briefly,
no,
John.
Thank you for that.
No problems. Sorry, say again, Tony.
Briefly, I'm going to fund my Novatech account today. Maybe we could connect later on just to attach my link to this website here then.
Yeah,
yes,
I can do that, Tony. I can do that for you. It's no problem.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll talk later on.
Okay, no problem.
Paul, thank you very much. John, this is fantastic. Thank you, guys.
No problem. If anyone does need help with their website, if they're concerned on anything, and you need your site double checked and just to jump on a call, just let us know when.